What's up, dude?
Not much. Good
We're back to
morning.
it. Good morning.
I'm
Back
here
again.
to do this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this one, man. We have
Yeah.
it's like a young blood. He's
It's
new.
young blood, so fresh. So
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, man. His content is great. We're talking about Cam Steen.
Cam Steen.
Yeah, man. If you've probably seen his videos. If you've ever opened
Yeah.
The TikTok app, he's just been there.
Maybe I can help. If people
Yeah.
don't know him, maybe that's
The
kind of an
yeah,
insight,
he has like something that
a
looks
clue.
something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
But
we can use this. We will use this.
yeah, we should
Somewhere.
embarrass him a little bit.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I
But,
let you do that. You're
yeah.
good.
But no, I mean, all kidding aside, man, if you've listened to his music, I mean, it's no joke. I mean, he's doing something really cool and really
Yeah.
unique, you know?
Yeah. So fresh.
Yeah. But California guy, he's kind of new to the scene, but he's doing some great things. So I'm excited to talk to him, man.
Me too.
We have some relatively new blood on the show.
Hi.
Yeah.
He's new to
I
the
can see
handpan
that.
world, but for this intro, bro,
Exactly.
actually, I feel
Yeah.
for the both of us, I don't think I've ever had like facial hair envy before.
Oh my god.
Like, have you ever had this? Now that we have beards, have you had this ever?
No, never. My wife doesn't like it.
Yeah. Like now, so we have to fit in a
Let's-
little bit for this
yes,
intro. We
wait.
have to.
Oh
That's
my
right.
god.
So we like. This looks ridiculous on the viewfinder.
Sorry, my one is. I think my one is better than yours because it really looks like.
I'm actually a,
one.
a little nervous because I'm using the double-sided tape from like the studio foam, and I hope it comes off. But man, before we do
Oh,
this
man.
intro, Dave, how long did it take you to release your first song?
I don't know.
Long time.
Long
Same with-
time. Yeah, I
same
mean,
with
yeah, yeah.
Dude, this
Yeah.
guy has been around since only 2019, 2020. He has released 24 singles. He has 3 full-length albums. He's a electronic DJ. He makes electronic music. He's played a bunch of festivals around California, same but different. Now here's Dave. This is where we got a little star power here with Mr. Cam Steen.
Yeah.
The guy has 715,000 followers on TikTok with 1.4 million likes. Or I'm sorry, 11.4 million likes. The guy's got 12,000 followers on Instagram. And Dave, here's the juice. Here's the juice. The guy has his own page on famous birthdays.
Oh my god.
According now, this is the real intro. This is the real intro here. According to famousbirthdays.com, he is the 137,553rd most popular dude on the internet. But
Oh.
among dudes who are named Cameron in the Leo month for birthday, he is the 12th most popular guy in the world. He's the one and only Cam Steen. Cam Steen, how are you, buddy?
Cam Steen.
Yeah, wow, what an intro. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on here. That was funny to listen
24 single. You're so productive.
to. Well, I've been doing music my whole life pretty much since I was like 8. I always try to tell myself not to get hung up on releases and things. And I've noticed that as you kind of, get older and learn more stuff, you always get better and your stuff will always get better. And there's not really any shame in releasing stuff that isn't that good.
I hear you, man. But your stuff, especially the stuff that's on Spotify, anyways, it's really good. And you're doing this thing where everybody kind of it's handpan music, but then there's like styles within styles, and you have like a really unique thing going.
Yeah.
Like it's really good, like really good. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm extremely into electronic music. Like deeply obsessed right now, especially. Even more so with that than like handpan at the moment. So I've been spending like almost all of my time learning how to do that. and try to make tracks sound good and mix and master and all those
That's
things.
awesome, man. But so we're gonna get into all that. But you're a guy, and when we were first starting to do the show, what we didn't want to do is have like where are you from? How'd you start playing?
Yeah.
Like we didn't want that. But you're so new to this world for a lot of people who have been around for a while, and just a quick, I know you play guitar, you're a drummer. Like, what is you've fairly exploded onto the scene, with all this stuff. But like, what is, the elevator pitch for your backstory?
So when I was like 8 or 9, I had neighbors who were my good friends who started taking music lessons, and they're like, hey, you should do it too. So I was like, fine. So I started learning guitar at like 8 or 9, and we were really into metal music. So we played metal. I played metal with them in a band up until like late high school, pretty much. And during that period, I was playing guitar and drums on my own. I didn't really just would mess around with drums. I bought a little shitty drum kit and just practiced every once in a while. And I just did that for a long time till like high school. And then I took a few jazz guitar lessons, like right after high school. And that like diversified my guitar playing by an insane amount, especially coming from metal. It's like playing metal, you don't really play chords. It's just kind of like chugging and like fast, like technical left-hand stuff. So learning that really helped me, and it expanded my music taste and all things like that by an insane amount. I was gifted a nylon string flamenco guitar as well. So I was like, I should learn, some classical pieces. So I just did that on my own. I'm not like classically trained at all. It's me trying to figure it out. But that helped me a lot. And
then handpan came in.
So I like right before COVID got pretty serious, I saw a video of Cabasau playing on the Great Wall of China. I think I was just in my bed and it popped up on either Reddit or YouTube, and I just saw the instrument and I was like, no fucking way. Like, I've never seen handpan before.
Really?
Ever. Yeah, that was my
that
first
was in
time.
2019, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So that was the first time I saw the instrument, and I saw the way he was playing it, and I was like, that is so cool. And I just became like obsessed with it for like the next like 2-3 months. And then I went on OfferUp and bought a really kind of shitty handpan from this guy in Santa Monica for like $1,500. And I like fell in love with it, even though it like wasn't that good. There's actually a on the bottom 2 notes here, there's a like scratch kind of. So the bottom 2 notes were really muted. Like these 2 notes and kind of on the left side. So I think while I was learning with that handpan, it made me play a little bit more percussive because I was trying to fill that space that the handpan didn't have. And I found out later when I brought that handpan to Steven that it was actually like a weld. It was like cut or like dented, and they welded it from the inside to like fix it, I guess.
Sounds like a good fix.
So, but yeah, handpan is my first like hand percussion instrument. I played drums in a like band. I played in a few bands. I played in a metal band. I played drums in like this kind of Western rock punk band. Played guitar in a funk band. But yeah, handpan's like my first percussion instrument kind of thing. So that's kind of my musical backstory. Yeah.
There it is.
So you got, and then you got some other instruments like pretty quickly.
I mean, I guess like guitar is like my main thing. Drums, handpan. I mean, like percussion things, I just I don't know, kind of figure out.
I was saying like, some other handpans. I mean, you got that very first one that was not working well, and then you got some decent ones.
So
You start
yes, so I had
composing,
that.
yeah.
I had that beginner, that one I first got for um, maybe like 8 months or so. And then I researched like if there's makers around LA, and I saw, I think Nirvana handpans. I think his name is,
Yeah.
was his name?
Yep. Terrence.
Terrence, Terrence, yeah.
I thought it started with a J, but either I went to
Terrence
him.
J, I
Yeah,
think,
Terrence J is the guy's name.
Okay, J, yeah. Okay, so I met him, and then there's MasterTheHandpans. And I scheduled a meeting with him, Steven, as well. So it was supposed to be in the same day. So I went to Nirvana, and then I went to Steven, or I don't know if it was the same day, but either way, Steven wasn't there. And me and my mom went to go meet him, and he double booked himself with because he was recording his album at the time, and he double booked me and the album. So I showed up, I drove to LA, and he wasn't there. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. So I drove back, but he was like, come back. If you like anything, I'll give you a deal. So I went back, and then I got the G Hokkaido handpan.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I asked for that scale specifically, because
it's a good one. That's a good scale. It's just crazy though, man. Like to hear, so like when not to like put like an old thing on it, but like when Dave and I started playing, like from first instrument to second and third was like 4 years, like
many years.
Like, yeah, man. Like it's so the fact that like you were able to discover it in 2019. How many do you have now? 6, 5? What do you have?
1, 2, 3. I have 5. The first one I got, I'm lending to my friend to
there
have.
You go.
So I have
Still
like 4.
have that after it's only since 2019. That's crazy. But yeah. Anyway, you talked about the electronic stuff. What's the background there? Electronic. It's all new stuff. You've been doing that a while.
Not really, honestly. I actually went through the whole, like, being in bands and being really into metal. I went through the whole phase of like, I don't listen to electronic music because it's not like real music. So I went through that for a while, and then house music started becoming popular when I was like later in high school. It was kind of like, kind of the more rebellious kind of thing to do would be to get into electronic music back then.
Yeah.
So I started listening to house music when I was like exiting high school, and then was kind of into it. And then I went to my first festival right after high school. So 2018, Lightning in a Bottle. And that kind of changed my whole perspective on electronic music and that whole scene and festival culture. And after that, I was just like, I got to take another look at all this stuff. So I did, and I'd keep passively listening to it. And then, house music was really cool. That got me to go to more events because, I was like partying and stuff. It was fun. And kept going to more events, and then I kept like just defining my taste. It kept getting narrow and narrow. I started liking slower BPMs, and like then as I was making music, I kept having to leave bands because of other people. Like our singer got a girlfriend and now he doesn't want to practice, like things like that. And I was like,
always something with bands. There's always something.
Exactly.
Always.
So I was just like, I need to do this myself. I was kind of, those things happened at the same time where I was like, I kind of like this weirder electronic music and I need to start making music by myself. I don't have the equipment to record a full drum set at my house. Yeah. I need to make cool stuff. So I'm going to get into this.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and
you built an amazing audience.
Thank you.
It's crazy. You straight away, you started on TikTok, or how did you, what was the process? It's really impressive.
Thanks. I started TikTok as kind of like a experiment during COVID. I was just like, I have nothing to do except play handpan and, maybe do TikToks. Yeah. And I just kept doing it. I don't know. take
Now
TikTok too seriously.
you need to tell us more about that. 'Cause,
We need to know.
how, I've been there since 2000. Oh, honestly, I'm not really there, and my frequency. Do you say frequency?
Frequency,
I'm
yeah,
not,
like your
my frequency, blah
Consistency.
blah blah. But consistency. But honestly, it's incredible, the numbers, and it's not about just the numbers, but this audience following you, listening to your music. What is this? Just because of what? Just tell us how it.
Well, I mean, I think you have to almost, because like it's tough, because me as like a person, I'm a little bit more shy and reserved, but when I make TikToks, I know you have to make those first like 3 seconds, like, you have to like appeal to that kind of demographic, I guess.
Dave, get your notes out. Here we go. Get the notepad.
It's like people want to see, it doesn't really matter what you're doing, they want to see like you being entertaining or interesting or have an opinion or something. I think it's like more of the human thing. Like you could post the craziest handpan skill imaginable, and if it's like doesn't appeal to some person who has no idea what handpan is and doesn't care about your hands moving really fast, it doesn't do anything. But if you're engaging and you're like, hey, watch this thing, then that video has a better chance of doing well. And
sure.
So for you, what was the one video for you that kind of took off?
So I was posting a lot of handpan videos, and just be me playing, like usual, like me on my balcony playing. And then there's one video I posted that was like, what's up? My name's Cam Steen. I'm going to play a little thing on the handpan. And then that video took off. And the funny thing about it was all the people liking it and commenting were like older women. Like, like it was really weird. I was like, because this was like right when TikTok was starting. I was like, I didn't even know this demographic was on TikTok.
Yeah.
So that was like the first video, and it started blowing up, and I was like, oh wow, this is crazy. And then the first video that like really, really blew up was the Minecraft. Kind of trolling the Minecraft kids. That one got like 17 million views, I think.
Oh my god.
And that's a complete spoof, complete meme, like just being corny. But it was, I don't know, it was just me being a weirdo, it wasn't even good handpan playing or anything.
But I'm sure, like you were saying, engaging the audience. I mean, half of those comments before that video were probably like, play Minecraft.
Yeah.
So once you finally do it, like, you better watch.
Yeah.
I just did this dumb thing that I didn't even want to do.
I do think though that like followers don't really mean that much on TikTok. Like every time you make a TikTok, you have to try to appeal to strangers. I think that's the key. Like, you can keep doing your niche thing, but if you want to gain, like I'll post videos and sometimes they'll only get like 4,000 views, even though it's like responding to a comment that one of my followers like asked or something, because it was just not engaging to random people, I think. So it's a lot less personal, I think, than like Instagram.
We're kind of in this time now where there's kind of this distinction between musician who's on social media and then like content creator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where, so like you were just kind of saying, like caring about the views and posting something that you actually worked insanely hard on, like where is your balance of like, I want to engage new people versus I want to show these people like what I can actually do other than Minecraft?
That's a great question, because it's different all the time. It just really depends how I'm feeling. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I'm just like, all right, I can make a corny video today, I can do it, and then I'll just bust it out. And then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I really want to do something that's, that's more me and will take a little bit more time to do. And, I know people who I want to respect it will see it and like it versus like just appealing to random people. I think it fluctuates, and it's important to have like that kind of balance of what you do. Because if I had to do just one all the time, it'd be pretty annoying, I think.
Yeah.
Just
And
because
so that's what you do for a living? Are you doing this for a living? Creating content?
I mean,
music,
no, I don't really make that much money doing videos.
$700,000 to $800,000 a month. What are you doing?
I make most of my money teaching guitar lessons and handpan lessons in person. Nice. Yeah, and just like random little jobs, like playing handpan at yoga studios and things like that.
Yeah,
nice.
There you go. Yeah. Is there like a pretty big community? I know like in Los Angeles there's like the Pantasia Handpan Gathering, there's Dave's Island Instruments, Hamza, and Nirvana. Like, is there a lot of handpan scene out there in LA?
I'm not really. The only handpan events I've ever been to have been the MasterTheHandpan gatherings. Like at the last Sunday of every month, they'll have people come to the workshop and just jam, and that's about the only handpan thing I've ever been to. Like you guys said, I'm pretty new, and I feel like I don't really know everything or what's going on in the handpan world. Like I'm still getting new lore and updates on things. So I don't know. Like I've never been to a handpan gathering outside of Hampstead Studios. So it seems okay, I guess. It's definitely growing, I think. More people seem interested in the instrument.
Yeah. So to bring it back to your TikTok and Instagram stuff real quick, is there like, content creator, musician, all this, like the different moods that you go through, is there kind of like a secret sauce that like every time if I put some extra grease in the mustache, like they get more, like, is there something that you like, that like,
yes,
this is gonna work?
Yeah. So every video that's blown up I've made in like less than an hour. Usually I put my phone down, I grab my handpan, and I think of an idea, or I'll like look through comments and think of an idea. And sometimes I'll just have one where it's like, it's finding the energy more than the idea. It's like, oh, if I can present this in an energetic, kind of engaging way, I have a feeling it'll do well. It's more of like that than like, oh, I have this really good, meticulous, thought out idea. It's more about like how you present it then. And if you find this burst of like, oh yeah, this is gonna do, this is what the people are, I know they're gonna like this, and you just go for it, then that's kind of when I think. But
do you follow all your metrics? Do you follow everything? Is it really you're running that like a business, watching your dashboard, your statistics? It seems that you're just having fun. You post things and
I mean, I used to like, I'll go through phases where I'm like, all right, I really need to focus on this, and then I'll do that for a little bit, and then I'll just lose interest and start writing music instead.
Because of it's an interest, or does it lead to comparison? Maybe TikTok world is a bit like this now.
I do it to solely boost my music career. I don't enjoy really making those type of TikToks. I do it because it is funny to see weird strangers' reactions and comments. Like you see some wild stuff, and like I've been recognized a few times as in real life from TikTok, which is also pretty funny. But
you're on famous birthdays, man. They know who you are.
Other than that, I use it solely as a tool to boost my music career.
And that's cool. Nice. Like the topic of the podcast today is like kickstarting your music with social media, which is like essentially what you just said. I mean, that's what we kind of jotted down to talk about. But like for you, what's been like the biggest challenge to growing this audience? Is there like, have there been setbacks of like, some months are going up like this and then others are kind of...
Yeah, definitely. Like it took me longer to get from 500K to 600K than it did for me to get to 0 to 500K on TikTok. And I don't really know exactly why. I mean, from the long run, like from all of my experiences, it's better to just put out quantity and try to dial it in as best as you can each time. Than like quality, like if like really well thought out high quality videos. Because if those do bad, it's a lot more demoralizing than if you're, 10-minute, film yourself for a second does bad.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot more of those. Also, just getting people from TikTok to go to another platform, like TikTok to Spotify, is always tough. Yeah. And even TikTok to Instagram is tough too. Most of my Instagram following comes from Reels, and definitely not TikTok to Instagram.
Yeah.
So those are the two.
TikTok is now allowing longer videos, right?
Yeah, you can do like 3 minutes now.
I thought
it's even like 10.
10.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta study up.
Do you feel pressure? Do you feel pressure to release something to millions of people?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, I try to keep like a particular, image of like, I try to keep it clean on social media. Just be like a genuine dude. It's different than like, when I'm at like a festival and having a good time and in that kind of zone. Like I try to keep it very just like, I'm a handpan guy. But that's about it. That's the only thing I think about. I just try to have fun with it. Try not to be mean to commenters and just be nice and respectable.
So there's nothing in your head that's like, man, like just from posting this, original music that I worked on, it's exposed immediately to, 800,000 people or whatever it is. Like you don't have any nerves or anything like that with anything?
I mean, not really. I mean, I've been like doing it for so long that it's just like numbers on a screen at this point.
It's true. Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like, maybe once I start getting more gigs and playing live and there's like people in the crowd and there's people on the internet, then it'll feel a little bit more real. Yeah. But right now it's like, I would rather play a show with 15 people there and, get to meet and interact with them than post a video that gets like 2 million views, because it's just like, it doesn't feel real at this point.
Right. Yeah.
So no pressure.
It's great, man.
Excellent. I like the way you use all this social media stuff. It looks simple, easygoing, and it's not. I think it's the best way to enjoy them.
Yeah, like his account doesn't seem like desperate. He's not like, look at what I'm doing. It's just like, I'm doing cool stuff, man. Check it out.
Yeah, exactly. I like this behavior because I'm sure it could. People could lose themselves in social media. Maybe their moral could depend on how many views, how many comments, and one day you're doing good because you have a lot of comments. The other day you're feeling bad because blah, blah, blah. Any drama, any things. Dan, there was a thing with Toki. So like the other guy, an ethereal.
Yeah, Ethereal and E and Toki Joestar. It's like the three of you guys are like, you're like always competing.
Mafia.
Yeah, that's right. The TikTok handpan mafia. No. But it's just kind of weird thing too, man, because like it seems on social media so much attention is like, this person is fighting with this person and commenting weird here and blah blah. Like, what's your interaction been like with those other two guys who have like a similar following to you?
Well, Ethereal and E blocked me on all social media like over a year ago. Just I don't know why. No, because it was weird because like we would like duet each other's videos. Like he would like tag me and stuff because when we first started, I had a bigger following than him, and he would like tag me to duet his stuff, and I was like, okay, this seems fine, and then I did, and then he started blowing up, and then I would make videos. And then he would make videos and people would like comment on his videos and like tag me in them and like sometimes say mean stuff, honestly. But then, he just blocked me. So I haven't like talked to him or interacted with him in like a long time, but I still get comments from people like tagging him in my videos. And then, so there's I don't know, and then people will always ask me about him too, like call him the lake guy, and I just tell him like he blocked me on everything, so I don't know. And then Toki's cool. I mean, when I first came on TikTok and started doing well, I could tell maybe he was a little like, who's this guy? Kind of like but
like, this is my pond to fish
yeah,
in.
exactly. And I was just like, nice, and then he was nice, and then that's about it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if you see me and Dave's videos anywhere on, just start some beef with us to get us some more attention our way. Just
okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, dude. Just you suck on anything we post and
trash.
That's right, trash with the can emoji, the trash can emoji.
L.
But yeah, man. So you post all different types of content. Yeah, your music, electronics, and acoustic guitars and all this. Like, what other players, on the scene are doing stuff that you like? Like, who inspires you to do what you do?
There's a lot. Cabasau, probably the number one. Honestly, Dan, you were one of them too. Especially.
All right, episode over. I'll see you
there's honestly I don't really listen to a ton of handpan music or even that much world music. So there's really that's about it. I'd watch a lot of YouTube videos of handpan players, but Spotify it's usually just Dan Mulqueen, Cabasau, and that's about it.
Well, you should add a third to that list, and he's somewhere in this call.
Yeah. I've seen some of your YouTube videos.
I'm an old guy. My last CD was 10 years ago. Now
but it still holds up, man, that CD.
I'm known as the rusty player who teaches online with Master or whatever.
Don't do that to yourself.
Peter Levitov, too.
Yeah.
I love that guy. His videos are awesome. We had a phone call a few months ago, and just talking to him was really awesome. And
yeah, he's a really nice guy, man.
Yeah, I love him. And Steven, for sure. Steven's playing is really special to me. Yeah, just watching him, the way he thinks about the instrument is pretty crazy and really different from the way I do as well. So that's why I really kind of like the way Steven plays. And then there's just tons of electronic music artists that I love. He's production is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And just listening to these guys like Mr. Bill Uga, all these weird experimental bass artists, watching them bend the rules and traditions of how other people would do it is pretty cool. So I'm trying to find a way to combine the two things. Murillo is another good one, really good drummer. He's got a handpan too now.
Cool. Yeah, Dave, one thing about Cam and I have talked a few times online, you might find this pretty wild like I did. He only uses stock stuff in Logic. All his music is just off the stock Logic stuff.
The factory thing.
The factory everything.
Alchemy.
I listen to his music and I'm like, man, what plugin is this? I haven't heard the sound. And I've been using Logic since 2007. I've used Logic a lot. I was like, man, what sound is this? He was like, oh, it's all just stock Logic stuff. Man.
Excellent. Yeah.
But so yeah, you mentioned some of those.
It sounds really good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, for sure, man. So you mentioned you're working on a lot of new stuff. There's music for this year. There's stuff upcoming. What's the next thing for you?
Yeah, most of my following is people who like that one song Pyramid Portal, because I made a video about that song that blew up on TikTok. It didn't blow up. It got 500K.
Oh, that's it.
Nothing. Beginner.
Dude, I think if I got 500K on a video, I would take a screenshot and be like, this is cool. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was pretty good because that's the only song promotion video that's ever done well. So that song kind of blew up. So it's mostly people who like that one song and then my handpan music. But I want to get booked really badly as a DJ and do like my performance and like guitar playing. So I have a lot of electronic music coming out this year.
Hey Cam, don't you have a lot of makers trying to give you instrument for promotional stuff? Like it should be crazy to have that reach, that audience. Do you have a lot of demand?
No.
I think if they were on TikTok, you'd have a lot more offers, man.
They are on MySpace.
That's
right. They're old.
I know that we're both going to be at Pantasia Festival. Like, have any other handpan festivals approached you to play or to teach?
I don't get hit up by any handpan people really ever. Besides just
Dave, we got to try to hook him up, man.
I can book you to some festivals.
Yeah, Dave is like the European handpan mafia. Like
I am the mafia.
Yeah, he is.
I've been there since 2004. I can.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, my favorite thing in the world is playing live and like performing. So
good to hear. Yeah, excellent.
I mean, just because I haven't had very many of those opportunities. I mean, it's not like I'm expecting them, because like you've said, I've only been playing for like a small amount of time. I've only been around for a smaller amount of time.
You made a pretty big splash, though. I mean, it's not meant to talk down to it.
Too bad.
It's strictly numbers.
I mean, it's not like I'm expecting to, automatically just get booked and stuff, but it just seemed more feasible from where I'm at right now to become a DJ and try to get booked that way right now. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I've kind of been doing, and just always have the handpan stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get there one way or another.
That's great, man. Yeah, you'll get wherever you want to go. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
But one more before we take a quick break. But if you had to put a number on it, if you had to guess, if you had $1 for every time somebody told you to play Minecraft, how rich would you be?
Realistically, probably around like I'd say $5,000 to $10,000, maybe more.
That's so crazy, man. That's so many comments for the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, just because one pop-off video will probably have like almost 100 or more comments to play Minecraft. It's crazy how everyone just thinks of the same thing, like that's how like people's musical knowledge just goes straight to Minecraft, which I think is really funny. It's like, as artists, we get all hung up in like these little intricacies of like our songs and things, and then to other people, it's just like Minecraft, like it's a good perspective to always see kind of stuff like that, I think, but it is annoying as well.
The Handpan Show is brought to you by MasterTheHandpan, the world's largest online handpan educational platform. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced player, or want to learn from one of your favorite players, MasterTheHandpan has everything you need to improve your skills and have fun. Feeling lost while searching for your first handpan? MasterTheHandpan has you covered with our one-stop marketplace, connecting you with reputable makers to find your perfect instrument. Join our thriving community of over 15,000 handpan players and share your passion with like-minded handpan enthusiasts. Master the Handpan. Learn fast, have fun.
All right, man. One more thing before we wrap up, we like to do with all the guests so far is this like rapid fire question thing where it's not really pertaining to handpan. It's just getting to know you a little better. So the first question is, what was the first album you've ever owned?
American Idiot by Green Day. I had the CD. It was my first physical like album I ever had.
There you go.
Yeah. What do you have right now on your bedside table?
Oh, well, right now I have Kleenex because I'm sick. And I have a journal that I keep track of my meditation and workout schedule. And then just random stuff that's about it. Just like
excellent.
Like I have a necklace that I wear that I put there. So my rings, if I wear rings, a salt lamp.
Very California of you. Very
Yeah.
California. What is your dream collaboration right now? Could be handpan artist, could be non.
Cabasau and Mark Rebier and Mr. Bill Uga. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Solid.
What is the one artist you love that people would be surprised to know? You know, your secret guilty artist.
Ooh. Well, when people ask me that, I always think of like my metal kind of upbringing. I would say Igor. I think it's a French producer, but it's like Baroque metal with like opera singing and all kinds of crazy sound design and world instruments mixed with like glitch and like break beats. Yeah. It's absolutely wild. It's worth checking out. Even if you don't like the music, it's like, this is an insane project.
Okay. I'll
yeah.
How do you spell it real quick?
It's Igor with 3 R's. So it's Igorrr.
What is the story of your first kiss?
Oh man. I was sorry. I was at this camp called Rock Camp. And I was in 5th grade going into 6th grade, and there's this girl who was at the camp who liked me. She's a little bit older, and I was hiding in like, I don't remember why, but I was like hiding in this like little cabinet thing, and she like found me and then just like kissed me, and I was just like, oh, all right.
Dude, that's the beginning. You said all your audience was like older women. This was your
start up.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I was going into 6th grade. She was going into freshman year, which is kind of weird.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump, man.
It was a pretty big jump. But I remember I was like, that was kind of weird. And then I was worried that like my mom would know or something. Like, I remember I went to Target with my mom after, and I was like freaking out because like she's gonna know. So it was okay, I guess.
Excellent. Next one. What is your most embarrassing moment on stage, or maybe live on TikTok, or something embarrassing live?
When I was playing drums for a band, that like kind of punk Western band, I remember I was pretty drunk and I wasn't doing the best, and I had to go pee mid-set. So that was kind of embarrassing. That's I think that's probably it. I really haven't shit the bed that hard live yet.
Okay. No, good for you.
That's good, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely coming, but we'll see.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, I really like sushi and Japanese food. Yeah, like I try to stay fiscally conservative, but I will splurge on some sushi every once in a while.
That's an easy bill to run up, man. Like
yeah,
you could do $80.
You could do some damage there. Yeah. But that's the only one where I'm like, yeah, that was worth it. I need that. Yeah.
Could you name a gadget that has changed your life?
Oh, it's just handpan count. A gadget.
Something you bought and you were so happy because it helped.
It's a good question. I mean, I guess I don't really know. I mean, my Logic, my computer.
That would do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah, doing that, I guess.
You're good.
There's a synth I'm really liking called Vital, and I think that's going to be pretty life-changing.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. What are your hobbies outside of music?
Volleyball. I play beach volleyball like once or twice a week. I played in high school and community college. I'll play pickup basketball too. I go to the gym like 2 or 3 times a week. I got really good, like competitive at Super Smash Brothers Ultimate during COVID. Um, that was an interesting one. I've never been into competitive gaming, but now I'm like really into it.
Yeah.
I love going to festivals and shows. I pretty much make music, to DJ. It's kind of like my job now, but they're
man.
kind of just hobbies.
Again, another most California answer I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Volleyball.
Yeah, beach volleyball. Like, all right, Dave. I think we got one more for
one last. If you had even more, $1 million right now, I give them to you. What would be the first thing you buy straight away? You've been wanting for it so long.
I would buy a little small. Well, it depends.
Big?
I would, if I could afford it, I would try to buy a small little house in San Diego and build a studio. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
And then just
Smart.
save the rest. Yeah.
Smart.
Sweet, man. All right, well, I have one more question before we get out of here, and it's the 1,000-pound elephant in the room is the mustache. What is the upkeep? What's the routine? What's the secret
routine
for the stash maintenance?
So I've been growing it for like over 2 years now. And it doesn't get any longer. It's like maxed out, which is weird. I didn't know that could happen, but I guess. So I kind of have a little beard right now, so it's not as noticeable, but
it's your, in
you
crypto, we say max payout.
Yeah. My mustache is max payout. So shave everything else, just leave the mustache. It pops a lot more. I don't trim the middle. A lot of people make the mistake of trimming this middle part because it like gets in their mouth when they eat and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't trim it. You let it grow out, and then you lightly wax everything to the sides.
Yeah. Okay. So it makes it thicker.
Yeah, it makes it look thicker and bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
So just leave everything and just wax it lightly. You want
to it on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, if you want to do the little twist, you just kind of like twist it up like that. The trick is to use the least amount of wax possible. So you got to find the right wax, which might take a little bit depending on like how thick and coarse your hair is.
Do you think I have a nice potential?
Yeah.
It's not patchy. It's full. It's a full stash.
My mustache is actually pretty like thin, low key. Like it's the worst thing that grows on my entire face, but it's just so long that it doesn't really look like that anymore. And you just wax it to the side. Finding the wax can take a little bit too, because if it's too thick, it can be heavy and like weigh it down and it'll fall throughout the day. If it's too light, it'll just kind of come out and look kind of weird. So you got to find the right one that like kind of works with your.
But if you don't have a signature wax soon, you're missing an opportunity.
Right? Death Grip Wax sent me some free stuff once, and I still use their stuff.
There you go.
Works pretty well. Yeah.
Solid. Cool, man. All right. Well, the floor is yours. Where can people find you? Is there any more shout outs that you'd care to give?
HampsTheHandpans. They're great if you're looking for a handpan. Pretty much every handpan I play in my videos is from Hamsa.
Nice.
I have a new song coming out. I don't know when this podcast is coming out, but I have a new song coming out March 16th, I think. That will be some electronic stuff. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Just Cam Steen, my name. You can pretty much find me anywhere. Just Cam Steen with the space or underscore. New music this year. That's about it, I think.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
excellent. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the time, man.
Yeah, thank you guys
See you
for having
soon.
me.
It's a pleasure.
It's really nice to meet you guys. I'm pretty new, and I'm glad that you guys are taking the time to get to know me, and I'm glad I get to know you guys too.
We like your style, your vibe, your mustache, and your and now I've been talking a bit with you. You look excellent, an excellent dude.
Oh, thank you. You guys too. It's nice to meet you.
You too, man. See you around.
I'll see you at Pantasia.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Yeah, tell them to book me for 2,000 euros.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been to Pantasia. This is a message.
He just gave Hams the Handpans like 3 shout-outs. They can at least invite you now. Like,
come on. Hey, EMSA, Steven, this is because of me that you've been the great shout-out from Cam. Okay? No, I'm kidding.
No, it is a good one though, man. I think I've done it twice, if not 3.
My cousin was there. My cousin was to the last one, Sylvan.
Yeah.
He said it's a good one.
Yeah, it's good.